Okay, all right. So we're doing this a little bit differently, but I guess we're just gonna talk. We're just gonna talk, right? It's time to clean up the river. You know what I mean? Um, and so we got Mogo Oshun here. We're out in Ochosi's backyard. We got Oya, as you can see the wind right now. We got so many different things. We got my father Obatala. And we got the evil eye to make sure nobody's fucking judging us or whatever. But so a few different things. I know we have Mercury Retrograde happening right now, but keep in mind it's just so that we can have another go around at like looking at things that need to be cleaned up within us, right? For us biological women, you know, our menstrual cycle is like a Mercury retrograde as well too. So when all those emotions that are coming up during that PMS situation, right? That is what the universe wants you to do, is give you a second chance to clean up that lower region at this moment, right? So let's take that. Let's take that forward. Something that I've been seeing a lot and a pattern that I've been noticing, every time you start to like change something up about yourself, energetically, spiritually, physically, you start seeing old things that try to pull you back into an old mindset, right? And so something that I've been seeing is like um, the whole like resentment shit, the whole like everybody is trying to just like, because it's like it's in ads when I'm watching TV. It's like all over the fucking place. And the reason I'm saying this is because it's like, yo, where I'm at this moment, I've spent the majority of my life being told and pushed to be smaller than what my body is. And for a while, for a long time, I thought if I was just smaller, it would make people love me more. It would make people like me more. It would make people respect me more. And I even had like multiple people saying this to me throughout my life. And so that's why I was like, okay, well, you know, if everybody's saying it, then maybe it might be true. It's not. It's not. Like, if you get a bunch of zombies and they tell you to go eat brains, that's what works for them. Because they're a fucking zombie. Ah! My fault. The wind. Right? They're a fucking zombie. Of course they're gonna fucking eat brains. But if you're not a zombie, you're not gonna fucking eat brains. So stop trying to eat brains. Okay, my brain went somewhere else, so I'm gonna just leave it at that. If you can read it, then okay. Anyways, so right, but if that's not you. Stop trying to be it. That's not you. You're not the living dead, even though you feel dead inside. You're not the living dead. Anywho, so for a while I thought that, and just when I was starting to, like, I had left, you know, where I was at that time, you know, back in 2024, not to bring that up, right? And I was starting off my journey of just like cleaning up my circle, getting healthy spiritually, energetically, you know what I mean? And like something in me was like, you know what? I'm gonna just chill. I was under a lot of fucking stress, and so I was just fucking inflamed. So that was what my body was going through. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just chill, situate life. But then I had met this one girl that I was kind of cool with. I met her at a Reiki circle, and we hung out early 2025. And the day that we did, like, that day, I was in a really good mood. And then by the time I was done with the whole situation with her, and I was there at like a Starbucks with her for like 3 hours, and afterwards I felt like shit when I left. I felt like drained when I left, and I was like, oh my gosh, that just shows you, like, when people who aren't for you, or they're like energy vampires, regardless if they know, if they have spiritual gifts or whatever, right? Those people can still be energy vampires as well too. Again, they're using their gifts for dark stuff, right? Per se, I don't want to say like dark or whatever. So, yeah, right? But like in short, she was like, you know what, Autumn? Um, you need to stop worrying about all this other stuff, and you need to fucking lose weight. And when you finally pop out, you'll look better, and people will fucking respect you. And I'm like, bitch, I'm not going, I told myself I'm not going to shame what she looks like, but compared to what she looked like, man, away, far away, right? But, you know, so I started thinking about that, and it like fucked me up for a bit, because I was like, oh my god, well maybe she's this, or maybe she's right, or whatever. And then something was just like, no, bitch, no, 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 no. And so I was on that journey. I'm on that journey currently still, and I've been shown multiple times, listen, when you start to release the toxic energetic baggage that you have within you, not only do you lose the weight, you lose the weight, because you're not holding on to shit that's making you sick, right? And so I'll bring another time, like when I had just got back, back to the Bronx, and I was starting life over. My father was like, well, your grandma's birthday's coming up. It's in February. Why don't you come over? And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll go get the cake, whatever. It's, my first time back. So I'm going to go get that. We're singing her happy birthday. Mind you, this is like her 90th birthday, right? No. It's her 89th birthday. So I'm like, okay. We go over. I'm wearing like this black and white sweater because it's winter time. It's like February. And, we sing happy birthday and everything like that. And she's like, oh, thank you. And out of nowhere, she's like, oh, I need to stop, because she's my grandmother. My father's side is from the South, from Virginia. So, like, in her Southern accent, she's like, oh, I need to stop eating all this shit. Like, stop eating all these sweets, you know what I mean? Because I can't get too fat. Mind you, she's also sick with some sort of, like I said, but she's also not well, right? So she was big before while I was growing up, but now she's mad thin, right? And she turns to me and she goes, I love that sweater that you wear, Autumn. I'm like, oh, thank you, Grandma. Thank you. Yeah, I got it from, tour or whatever. I got it here. It's actually my work sweater, but I just like threw it on real quick because it's still kind of cold. She was like, you remember when you came up real thin? When you came to that Thanksgiving and you were real skinny? Wow, you were a knockout. You were a knockout. Now, before all the shit was happening with me and my ex, and I was really like the worst of it was happening, before my PCOS diagnosis, I had managed to, like, I don't know how it happened. I went down to like 180, 185 pounds. I don't know how it fucking happened. I just blinked one day and I said, am I fucking wearing a large? I never wear a large. Oh shit, okay. And like I had came, and at that point, like my ex had gave me like a makeover or whatever. This is like the beginning part of him like changing me. Whatever. And so I came and everybody had gagged because it wasn't the, scary goth girl. It wasn't the scary alternative girl. It wasn't the weird cousin who just so happens to be funny. And I'm like, I looked at her and I was like, let me just chill out because it's her birthday. But I said, these are the things that plague generations, that teach generations that you're not good enough and you never will be good enough unless you look like this. But this is never attainable. It's not attainable because that is not your state, your stature. The universe didn't make you look like this because if you look like this, you'd have a different path. Your path requires you to look the way that you do. Your path requires you to move and be able to have certain strengths and certain whatever it is, the way that you do in order to tackle or to be a face for whatever it is that the universe has planned for you. But when you're trying to be something that you're not, when you're trying to, turn into something that you're not, you're always going to find it hard. You're always going to be unhappy because this is not what you're supposed to be. This is not who you are, right? And so it made me think, I've been thinking about it for a while, and she just would say these really horrible things, these really just these really ignorant things, and she would talk about people with all these things. And it's like, she'll talk about you while you're right there. And she's, oh, but not you, sweetie, not you. Southern bitchhood? I'm not taking that. No, thank you. Right? But then it started to get me thinking. I said, you know what? As I looked at her, I looked at my mother, I looked at my cousins, I looked at my aunts, and I'm like, none of y'all bitches are fucking happy. None of y'all bitches are fucking happy. And all y'all strive to be fucking thin, and it didn't happen. And then you taught us the same shit. Hate yourself. You hate yourself by choosing people who never fucking wanted you to begin with. You hate yourself by surrounding yourself with people who don't like themselves. So therefore, they condone it. You surround yourself with things and media and things that just make you feel like shit. They don't uplift you and make you feel like the skin that you have is fucking amazing. And so I said, you know what? I've been fucking dealing with this shit for the fucking majority of my life. And maybe the reason why it's been irking me so much is because I, amongst many other things that I've been having to break, this is something I'm supposed to break within this line of the women in this family not loving. Oh my God, look at that, it's a blue dragonfly. Of the women in this family hating themselves, hating their body, the way that it is, the way it looks, not accepting themselves, their characteristics, what makes them them. Not laughing loud, not being loud, or not, being unique, or being yourself, or liking things that are not, what society wants you to like, or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? It is your role, meaning me, your role, you too, to challenge the narrative that has been it, and actually like yourself, and actually fuck with yourself. I mean, when I started dancing, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just fucking try to wear midriffs or whatever. And I'm not saying every day is fucking good, because again, like I said, it's Mercury Retrograde right now. I'm about to start menstruating. So I'm starting to feel the shit come on, like, hey, remember me? You want to start self-loathing again? No! Maybe. Maybe for 2 days. But not the whole fucking week. Leave me alone. You know what I mean? Like, it's creeping up. It's time to clean it up. If it's creeping up, clean it up. Right? So, I said, you know what? Well, everybody's trying to tell me how to do it. The doctors are gaslighting you, all these different things, like I have PCOS that I'm working against but working with, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just focus on actually loving who the fuck I am, regardless of what the fuck I look like. Because with PCOS, you fluctuate. There could be 2 months that I'm like, I'm good. I'm not as inflamed, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not swollen in the face. But then there's other months that I'm just like, and I'm not I'm not with it. You know what I mean? So I'm still re-regulating myself. So I don't be too hard on yourself. Be more kind. Have more compassion towards yourself in your journey. But what I'm getting at is, if you see something's wrong and you're the only one that sees it, you're the only one that feels upset about it, then that means it's meant for you to change it. Like, that's what that's about. It's meant for you to change it. Because no matter who you talk to, no matter who you, whatever, nobody's going to feel as pissed off about it than you. You just need to remember you have the shit to fucking change it. You were given the shit to change it. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at. Right? And so, in a world that's constantly begging you to hate yourself, because hating yourself creates a more denser energy transaction. You're in more debt when you hate yourself. They can get more out of you when you hate yourself. You're more open to negative entities jumping into your body, using you as a host, fucking your own shit up when you're in that low vibration or when you're hating yourself. You're more open to go to these things if you have habits going into fucking liquor stores and going into all these other things, whatever it may fucking be, where all these entities hang out. We're not just talking about the crackheads on the corner. We're not just talking about the drunk poppies in the corner. We're not just talking about, you know, the feet out niggas in the alleyway. No, we're talking about spiritual entities that swarm around, because they don't call alcohol spirits for nothing. It changes you. You're more open when you're in this vibration of lack, in this vibration of what I have. I don't know how to use what I have, because everybody tells me what I have ain't shit, but they don't know how to use what I have. So why am I listening to people who don't even know what the fuck to do? They don't even use what they got. They don't even use what the fuck they got. You know, so if that is you, this is your you hear that horn? Your message to be like, you know what, I'm gonna be the fucking one to change it. And you're gonna be met with a lot of pushback. There's been loads of times my mom will say these little comments, you know. I see that she's slightly competing with me. And I'm like, yo, like, why? Because I'm your blood and I continue your bloodline. And you should be happy, because when you reincarnate, you may have a better living situation energetically when you come back. Because I'm doing all this work. It's not a thank me. It's see what I'm doing and be like, you know what, I see you. Don't just say it, like, mean it. Because you can't just say it one day and be like, oh yeah, I love you, and then turn around and be like, that's what you built, like a refrigerator. She said that to me, and I'm like, all right, well, I see you're built like a refrigerator, but at least niggas eat when they with me. My family eats from this refrigerator. I'm stocked up with nutritious shit and fucking snacks. Want to tell me I'm built like a fucking refrigerator? All right, at least I'm running on Dunkin'. At least I keep shit chill, and like, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta transmute that shit. Be like the magician in the tarot and fucking wrap that shit up. Change it. And that's gonna take them by fucking surprise, you know what I mean? And that's gonna take you by surprise, because you're over here like not realizing your fucking power. Your fucking power. I don't know where the fuck that came from. You know what I mean? But you're not realizing your power. Realize your power. you know. So it's not easy being greasy. It's not easy being the one who gotta do all the fucking dirty work. Again, like I said, you know, my path um, as a daughter of Oshun is Ibukule, right? Path of the vulture, path of the little witch, right? She's given all these uh, abilities. Thank you, abilities, so that she can change some of the things that's in. You heard that? Some of the things that's within your life. And I'm saying this for myself, but also think of it like that. Like, you got the sauce, you got the shit. You know what I mean? Like, you have the tools, right? And so, though it seems like you're giving of yourself and you're sacrificing yourself to recreate what your bloodline was, right? You know, it seems like it's annoying because you're the one that has to clean up, you know, hence the vulture. You're cleaning everything up, you know. But that's because you can, one, and that's because you have the stuff to replace what's being cleaned up. Make sure the wind's not blowing my selfie stick. So yeah, that's why. That's why. So I know, like, that shit is fucking annoying. It's fucking hella annoying, you know. But do I know that whatever Mother Oshu, Mother Oya, Father Obatala, Eshu, Mother Yamaya, like all, even though I don't really know what they have in full detail, because I know what they have in store for me, right? But in full detail, even though I don't really know, I trust that whatever it is, given all the work that it's, as I said, I saw a whole monarch butterfly fly overhead. Whatever it is, it has to be amazing from all the shit that I fucking been through, that I've been cleaning up, all of that. All of that. It has to be amazing, and I trust that it is, because a lot of people think, oh, well, you know, if God loves us, and I say like that because it encompasses so many different things. I have different names for what I believe, but, you know, if God loves us, why would he have such, or it have such suffering? It's because when shit happens, you gotta clean it up. You gotta make room for the new. You gotta make room for the new. And so, what is spring cleaning? You clean up your area, you clean up your mind, you clean up your heart, you clean up your everything, you know? So, here we are. Here we are, you know? But yeah, I just wanted to I guess we're just popping in real quick to, you know, whatever, that. But yeah, happy cleaning, happy Mercury Retro, happy Litha, right, which is the wicked holiday for the summer solstice, which is on the 21st of June. Finally, I'm tired of the cold. For real, I am. I feel like I be feeling my oats for this fucking summer, bitch. I think all of us do. But whatever. Anyways, happy those days, those times. And till we meet again.